guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kammy. If you enjoyed today's video, definitely subscribe to my channel, leave me a comment, also give me a thumbs up, and if you really enjoyed it, definitely share my channel with your friends. Today we're going to be doing the viral makeup tutorial, Latte. I'm going to do my personal spin on it. All right, so we're going to start off with brows. I like to go ahead and shape my brows. I know some people don't like to do that first, but for me, it just sets the tone for the makeup. I'm going to be using a brow soap. This is just a soap that I got off of Temu. However, you can use any you like. You can also do a gel. Anastasia Beverly Hills also makes a clear brow gel. I just like that because it helps hold my brows because they can sometimes lose its shape. So this makes them stay in place all day. I don't have to go in and mess with them or anything. They stay in place until I remove them when I do my nighttime routine. So definitely would suggest that. So I'm just going in with my spoolie. I like to push them up first and then go in and kind of shape the ends, kind of go around the top of the brow and pull them down a little bit. All right, so next I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil. This brow pencil right here is by Kim Chi Beauty. One end is an angled pencil, the other end is a spoolie, and this is in the color black. So I'm just gonna go in and just kind of fill them in a little bit. Not too much, don't want them to be too heavy, but I do, you know, have some sparse areas, so I do want to kind of fill them in just a little bit. And I'm following the shape that I made with the brow soap. Now remember, your brows are sisters, they're not twins, but you know, we do try to make them look as near the same as possible. You know, that's, you know, we be looking serious when we do our brows, so excuse my expressions. All right, so now that I got my brows kind of how I want, I'm going to go in with my concealer. Today I'm going to be using the Lip Bar in the shade Mocha. All right, and I'm only going to go in under the bottom, not going to carve out the top. I'm just going to go in under the bottom just to kind of clean them up a little bit, make them more, I guess you would say, more defined. And everything that I'm using today will be in the description box. If I have a link or a coupon code, I will definitely share that with you. And just remember that anytime you use my link or my coupon code, you do help your girl earn a little bit of a commission, okay? So now I'm going to go in with my angled brush. And I'm just going to pull some of that concealer down, because I'm not going to be using any eyeshadow primer today. I'm just going to use my concealer as my primer. And like I said, we take our brows very serious, so excuse my expression. Now, if you use eyeshadow primer, then of course go ahead and go in where I'm putting the concealer at. Go ahead and do your primer. But since we're going to be doing mostly brown colors, I'm going to just use my concealer. All right, I'm going to add a little bit on the bottom just to kind of help with my brown pencil or my brown eyeshadow that I choose to use, I think it'll help it to pop a little bit more. So I'm going to go in with the Juvia's Place Chocolates palette. I love using their palettes. They're very pigmented and they're also very affordable. And as you can see, I have definitely been using them because you can see the pan. So one step I forgot I was going to take, I'm going to take my wedge and I'm just going to tap in the concealer a little bit. Usually I suggest letting it dry down a little bit. But in this case, I'm just going to tap it in just a little bit, and I'm going to go in with what I'm calling my transition shade, which is the lighter mocha color. So I always tap in my color before I begin to do any swiping. I like to tap it in for placement. And then I begin to swipe. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the darker color. I'm going to tap it in. Always tap it in for placement first. And then I'm going to go into my crease a little bit. So I'm doing swirling motions. I'm tapping it in and I'm doing swirling motions. And then I'm swiping a little bit across to my inner tear duct area, or inner corner of my eyelid. All right, I'm going to take a little bit more of my transition shade. All right, so now I'm going to go in with the LIPBAR-LOW 1 Minute Finish Face Palette. Now I like this little compact. It does come with a highlighter, which I'm about to use now. It does come with a blush, and it does also come with a contour and a face shade. And like I said, this is my version of the Viral Latte look. So I'm going to add a little bit more to my eyeshadow than probably some of the other ladies. I want to add a little touch of gold. All right, so then you're going to take your brush, the same brush that you used to apply the dark shade. You're going to take it, and as you can see between the gold and the dark color, I'm just swiping right there in between, because we just kind of want to merge the two together on the sides as well as across in the crease area. We don't want to see any harsh lines, so we're merging the colors together by taking the dark color and kind of swiping it over just a little bit into the gold. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm doing is just adding a little bit of that chocolate into the inner tear duct area. All right, so now I'm going to go in with a brown eyeliner, and this is just an eyeliner pencil that I got from my local beauty supply. So I did do my waterline, but I didn't feel like it gave me enough of a pop. So I'm going to take a small pencil brush and I'm going to go in with that dark shade and I'm going to tap it along my my waterline, just to make the brown a little more intense, because I am a pretty melanated young lady, so I felt like the eyeliner wasn't giving me what I wanted it to give. So adding a little eyeshadow over top of the liner was perfect. All right, so now I'm just going to go in with a mascara. This particular mascara is Bold and Long Mascara I Envy. It's by Kiss New York. You can use any mascara you want. I'm pretty much just going through and separating my eyelashes and getting them ready for my my falsies. So nothing too much, nothing over the top. And this also helps kind of remove some of the fallout from your eyeshadow as well. But also remember, when you put on your eyelashes and you turn to the side, you don't want anybody to see your eyelashes protruding from under your falsies. And I'm using a local beauty supply brand. This is from Broadway. They are 5D. If I can remember the number, let me see. These are BLB 28. That is the number for these particular beauty supply lashes by Broadway. Now I do makeup tutorials or transitions quite a bit, so to me, I don't want to invest a lot of money on expensive lashes for the sake of videos. However, I find that the falsies, even if I decide to wear them out, they look just as well, just as fine. And they're like $1.99, $2.99. Now I do have some more expensive lashes as well as magnetic lashes and stuff that I usually save for vacation or if I'm going to a special event or something like that. But even if I don't and I decide to put on my beauty supply lashes, they still do the trick. Now, I'm not perfect at doing my lashes, and I have tried to use the lash little lash tool, but I just find using my fingers seems to work better for me. But I'm not perfect, but I'm better than I was, believe me. So if you struggle with putting on lashes, you are not by yourself. Just keep practicing. All right, I'm just going in with a little bit of my mascara. All right, and so I just kind of want to wing out my my brow on the end just a little bit. Just want to bring it down just a little bit more. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my moisturizer, and this is by Pond's. I have been using this for years now, and this is 24-hour moisturizer. Now, according to the ingredients, it is dermatologist tested, and it won't clog your pores. So I think that's why I kind of like it. I really have no problems with my skin, really, unless I eat too much sweets, and then I find that I have breakouts. So now I'm going to go in on top of that with my Fenty ProFilter Primer, because I am also going to be using the Fenty Skin Tint. So I'm just going to rub that in good. You want to always make sure you prep your face in preparation for your foundation, your concealer, and everything. Your makeup tends to do better. It tends to last longer when you prep your skin. All right, so don't skip your moisturizer, your primer. I'm not going anywhere, so I did not apply any SPF, but also include SPF. And ladies, even if you're melanated, you still need to wear SPF, okay? It is 105 degrees or better here in Texas, so I definitely wear my sunscreen. So now for my under eye, I'm going to go in with my setting powder by Fenty. This is in the shade Coffee, and I'm just going to use my wedge, and I'm going to tap it in under my eyes. This is what kind of helps with my circles and my kind of deep inset. A lot of people have asked me about this, and this is a trick that I learned from Jackie Ina. I don't know if she's the originator, but that is who I learned it from, okay? And the shade Coffee is more closer to my skin complexion. All right, so I'm not rubbing, I'm tapping in, okay? You see how it already starts to make it look more like a smooth finish? All right, so once you do that, you want to go in with your setting spray, and I'm going in with LA Colors Matte Setting Spray. And yeah, I don't know, I kind of went a little overboard. You definitely don't have to do that much, okay? And then I'm going to go in my cute little fan that I got off of Amazon that is also linked on my Amazon storefront. It also comes in pink. So you always want to set that once you finish putting on that first layer, okay? So now I'm going to go in with my Too Faced concealer. This is in Toffee, so I'm going to go right over top of that setting powder, okay? And you don't go all the way up under your eyes. You want to kind of just get right in that little indentation area, and then I'm going to put some on the ends as well. Now your option for concealer, some people do one shade, some people do 2 shades. I even heard some ladies like to do 3 shades. Whatever your preference is, okay? So this is highlighting. I'm gonna do my nose, my forehead, and my chin. Now, if I was just going to work, or maybe I wasn't, or if I was just going out with the ladies and I don't really want to do too much, I would probably just do a concealer 1 shade lighter. And once you apply your concealer to the areas you want to highlight, you want to let it dry down for a little bit. You know, maybe 1 or 2 minutes, just let it dry down. Now, if it's fast drying, then definitely you want to go ahead and blend it out. This Born This Way concealer is not fast drying. So while I'm letting that dry down, I'm going to go in with my favorite Ease Drop Skin Tint. This is in shade 22 by Fenty, and I definitely need to get some more. You can tell I like it because I got to shake it a little bit. It's not too heavy. I like this for everyday wear, and I feel like when I go out, I don't feel like my face is like clogged or got a lot on it because it's very light. It just gives me a little finish. It makes it look like I put a little effort in before I go to work. Now, whether you prefer using a foundation brush or a beauty blender, either way, now we just want to blend it out. We're going to go around the concealer area. This also will help you save a little bit on your foundation, okay? Because there's no need in putting foundation in places we're highlighting, okay? So I'm just tapping it in with my beauty blender. Make sure you get the jaw lined. We don't want to see that line that shows from your face and your neck that you have two different colors on. Make sure you go up under the jaw line and blend out your foundation, okay? This is probably one of the most important steps, blending out your concealer, blending out your foundation, okay? Take the time. As you can see, I'm getting up under that jawline, okay? And because we're just trying to let the concealer dry down a little bit, you are supposed to be doing it well. You want to blend it out well, but you also want to work fast, okay? Because you got to remember, you got to get back to your concealer and blend it out. And I'm just going to use a wedge. I like using a wedge to blend out my concealer, and you can get these, a bag of them, whether you go on Amazon, Walmart, or Target, and they are very inexpensive. I'm just going to spray a little water just so it be damp, and now I'm going to blend out my concealer. Okay, so tapping motions. Remember, we're tapping it in, because we don't really want it to move too much. We just want it to stay in the areas we want highlighted. So we're only going to tap in our concealer. All right, and I like to kind of bring it down around my nose. I don't know, am I the only one that makes crazy faces when we're doing our makeup? Well, you come to my channel, we're going to keep it real, okay? I'm not a makeup artist. I'm just a girl that likes to play in makeup, but I'm going to always keep it real. I ain't trying to be cute. I'm just trying to show you my techniques that I use that seem to work to make my, that make my makeup come out flawless, okay? And yeah, I make all kind of little faces when I do it. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Some of them probably just edit that out. But, we're going to keep it real over here. And I know some of the makeup artists also say, try not to make too many faces or movement when you're doing your concealer, and you're adding your powder. You kind of want to keep you don't want to make wrinkles and move your face too much till everything is set. But, I do try, but I haven't mastered that yet. Just trying to keep a straight face and not do too much facial movement when I'm applying all this, but, So I'm going to go in with my Lip Bar Concealer Mocha right on top a little bit. I just want to add a little bit because we're trying to get this latte look, okay? So I don't want to really be too golden. I want to be more latte. So I'm going to add a little bit of that just to kind of tone it down just a little bit. And all I did was flip my wedge over on the other side. And now I'm just going to work that in a little bit. And I don't know if you can tell that it did tone it down a little bit. To me, I can tell the difference by adding a little darker shade on top, that it kind of brought the goldness down a little bit. And if you wonder what I was looking at, I have a mirror to the side that I'm also looking at, as well as my desk mirror that I'm looking in right now, but I do have a bigger mirror over to the side that has lights on it. So now I'm taking that same beauty blender that I used to apply my foundation, and I am merging in between where my concealer is and where my foundation is. Okay, just kind of merging everything together. I'm not going on top of my concealer. I'm just merging around the edges, okay? And I hope that makes sense. You just want to hit those edges where you have your concealer at. You want to just kind of merge everything together, go around those edges, and just kind of blend everything. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with my MERCIer translucent setting powder to set my concealer, okay? We're just going to kind of tap it in some areas and everything, and then we're going to go ahead and blend it in real good. I do not bake. Now, if you are a young lady that likes to bake, that is fine. I just choose not to bake. I don't find it necessary for me. So I go ahead and tap it in real well so I can go ahead and set my concealer. I don't know if y'all can hear my grandbaby in the background, honey. He is fussing. His mom is not fixing his bottle fast enough, so I apologize if you can hear it. I don't know if you can, but if you can, that's my grandbaby. He's 6 months. And now, just like we did with the concealer, now we're going to go ahead and make sure that we go back and set all the edges where we went and applied the setting powder. All right. To me, this is just an important step. Just kind of tap everything in. Sorry about that. It's my alarm. So I don't know if you can tell, but it makes all the difference in the world when you go back in with and I'm not adding any additional products. I'm just using my same beauty blender that I used. I'm going in with the bronzer Deep Dark by Juvia's Place. I'm going to contour my nose first. But as I was saying, I didn't add any additional foundation to my beauty blender. It's just whatever was on there is what I'm using to merge everything together and make sure I don't have any lines or anything where you can see where I put concealer or setting powder or anything like that. And I'm just doing a light little contour on my nose. And I'm taking my brush up to my eyebrows and following the line and coming straight down the sides of my nose, okay? All right, and I'm going to take this same bronzer palette and I'm going to go in and use this for my contour. So where my hairline, or what do you call it, where you have, some people do baby hair, I use that as my guide. So if you're not great at putting on makeup, use that as your guide. And remember, we want to go up, not to the side, we don't want to be down low. I want to look snatched. So I want to go more in an upward motion. That's why I kind of use where I would normally have baby hair right there by my ear. I use it as my guide to bring me down in a diagonal. And some people go up a little bit higher, but that's just kind of my comfort spot right there. And then I'm going to use a lighter shade to just kind of bring a little bit more color around my forehead area. All right, and as you can see, remember, we're going upwards, okay? And then I'm going to just take a little bit just to kind of go around my neck to, you know, what they say for like a shadow or something like that to help with shadowing. So, and remember what I said, Juvia's Place is very pigmented, so be careful with it. So I'm going to go back in with that lip bar. I'm going to go back in with the lip bar and I'm just going to add, I like that color. I don't think it's too light and it's not going to throw it off too much, but I'm going to use that for my blush. And remember, this is that palette. And you can pretty much use this for your whole little makeup look. Because like I said, it also has a contour in there as well, a face powder and a highlighter. So now we're going back in and we want to set everything. And this is going to help. Yes, it's a little spraying. It was a little overkill, y'all. I don't know what was going on with me today with the spraying. I don't know if I was trying to drown myself or what, but yeah, you definitely don't need to spray that much, but you know what? Like I said, we keep it real over here. I wasn't going to cut it out, but no, you do not need that much setting spray. And this is, like I said, is a matte setting spray. So I really like to use matte, especially in the summer months, just to really help with the long wear, extended wear of my makeup. All right, so now I'm going to go in with my highlighter by Juvia's Place. And I'm just going to really hit my nose. I'm going to get the bridge of my nose. And I'm going to add a little tip to my nose, okay? Not too much. You know, like I said, this is supposed to be a latte look, but I just want to add just a little bit. Now, everybody's version of the latte makeup look is going to be a little different. So this is my rendition of it. All right, now I'm going to remove the moisturizer. I always have on a moisturizer on my lips when I'm doing my makeup, just to, you know, keep them from being dry and crusty. So I'm going to start off with the LIPBAR-LOW key. So I'm going to use this to kind of line my lips and see how I like that. So the color that I decided to go in on the center is just a Beauty Supply gold color. This is 929 Gold Mine. So I added that to the inner lips. Since we're kind of doing a monochromatic look, you want to say. So I just want to add just a little pop of the gold. And so I think I need to add just a little darker of a brown. So I'm going to go in with the Fenty matte, I think this is Mademoiselle, and I'm going to go and line the lips, go over top of that lip bar, Mocha, not Mocha, I'm sorry, that is Low Key. I'm going to go over the top of that. And look at that, just like that. This is my version of the Latte viral makeup look going around on YouTube. So let me know what you think about it down in the comments. And like I said, if you enjoyed today's video, please subscribe to my channel. If you're not, give me a thumbs up and share my channel with your friends. Like I said, I'm not a makeup artist, but I think I do a good job of teaching you a little something and show you how I achieve some of these looks and letting you know that, hey, you too can apply makeup. All right? All right, guys, until next time, love you. Bye.